Hi, it's Aaron here from Mayfair Plumbing. Today, just want to talk to you about a fairly common job we get asked to help out with our customers, and that's repairing the inlet valve to the toilet cistern. So look, most of you will be familiar with this brand. It's called Fluidmaster, and you'll pick one of these up from your local hardware store, whether it's Bunnings, Mitre 10, overseas might be Home Depot, and you're looking around about $23, $24, and they're a universal cistern inlet valve. And the reason we like the Fluidmaster is that it's adjustable. It has your 1/2 inch thread coming in the bottom, which is pretty standard these days, and they've got a pretty good reputation on the market for lasting a fair while. So you'll go to your hardware store, you'll purchase one of these, come home, and we're going to run you through sort of a few steps to get it set up and functioning. So first of all, you're going to turn the water off to the toilet and drain down the cistern, undo the old one, and then you're going to take this one out, the box, and what you're going to find is there's going to be a little packet here with a few little bits and pieces in it. So these are pretty important. So first of all, the manufacturer is going to want you to use this little line strainer, which stops any fine sediment going in to the new valve. I'll go through this with you in a minute. Whoop, let's pick that one up. And then we're going to have a new seal, which goes inside the cistern, and then the locking nut, which goes up the 1/2 inch shaft, squashes them together and stops any water coming out of the cistern. So then we're going to take out, it will come with some instructions as well if you need them. And then what you're going to have is, we've got the universal inlet valve. So this has got a pretty neat feature here where it's got like a locking nut or a clamp, which when you give a little twist and a pull, it's going to be a bit firm but not too hard. So what you're doing here is going up and down and adjusting your water level. So what you're going to see is, this is going to be the inside of the cistern. Once again, where I said this black rubber ring goes, or seal. So that goes in, you put it through the hole in the cistern, and then we do this up on the underside of the cistern. So the plastic cistern is in here, and then that gets nice and firm. Not over tight, it's sort of hand tight, but a little bit firmer. And then we're going to put this little filter that I spoke about earlier on. It goes inside here, just like that, and has this little bit sticking out, the little wick, so you can take it out in the future if it gets blocked. So moving back to the adjustable height here. So what we've got is, this is meant for many different cisterns. You know, you might go all the way up to like 11 or 12 litres. But then you might come all the way back down to maybe your 3 or 4 litre cistern. So you work that out inside your toilet, what height you would like it at, but keeping in mind that it doesn't have to be spot on, it needs to be pretty close, because this Fluidmaster inlet valve has a pretty neat feature here where you'll get the water level to the fairly accurate height you're after, but then once you've got it set up, either by hand or with a star head or Phillips head screwdriver, there's actually some further adjustment here for fine tuning to get it just to that perfect level that you're looking for without having to take the whole thing apart again. So let's say we've figured out our water level, we're happy with that. Don't forget to pull down the lock nut or the clamp, or you know, whatever you want to call that. It's a safety nut that ensures that once the cistern is turned back on, this shaft can no longer move, yet it's locked in place, and then you're guaranteed to get the correct water height you're looking for every time. Another thing we would recommend while replacing a new inlet valve is potentially the little hose that comes out the bottom, or chrome piece of pipe. So what we would use is something like this. So this is called a flexi hose, and you'll see on our channel that we've actually done a video specific to how you should install a flexible hose or braided hose, whichever you call it. So these ones here are fairly straightforward. This is a 600mm long one, and it has the 2 1/2-inch nuts at either end. So obviously one goes onto the underside of the inlet valve here. That just screws on there. Once again, you know, hand tight, just a little nip up and it should be fine. And then, you know, the other end would go into the wall, whether you'd have a little isolation valve there or just a piece of pipe hanging out the wall, you screw that on. It just makes sense that when you're going to all the trouble of draining down the cistern, making a mess on the floor, and then, you know, you got the water off to the whole house. Typically, if the inlet valve is failing, there's a pretty good chance that the braided hose is also, you know, on its way out. So, you know, for the sake of an extra 10 or 12 or $15, whatever it might be, while you're at the hardware store, it wouldn't be a bad idea to grab one of these as well. So hopefully this has helped you out on how to repair your toilet cistern at home. And yeah, be sure to subscribe to our channel and give it a thumbs up. Thanks very much. Have a great day.